here at the Padre Garcia circuit. They're off and running. Jaw dropping, the favourite, was the best away, and he quickly leads on, settling down. Georgia boots up on the inside though to go with him, and Georgia the grey is going to take up the running as they run towards the 1200 metre corner, about 2 lengths in advance of Jaw dropping. Go Emma goes up to third, and Supreme running back in fourth. Tempo's pretty good as they run by the 1000 metres, and this small field of 4, Georgia the grey on the inside leading Jaw dropping, about 3 or 4 back then to Go Emma Go, and Supreme is the tail ender. They're by the 800 metre pole, and Georgia kicked away here and put 3 lengths over Jaw dropping, who's niggled at in second spot, your favourite, followed then by Go Emma Go, and at the tail of the field is Supreme. But Georgia extends that margin as they run by the 650. Georgia's out by 5 and 6 lengths in second spot. Jaw dropping, your favourite. He's been niggled at, but he's starting to make up steady ground. Then Go Emma Go starting to drop off, and then Supreme, but around the bend for home. And the rider takes a peek back over the shoulder on Georgia. He's got about a 3-length margin, but starting to close on the outside now is Jaw dropping, and running on just fairly well Go Emma Go. Georgia still running strongly. Georgia inside the 150, racing away. They're not going to catch Georgia down to the wire. Will win by 4. Jaw dropping second, then Go Emma Go, and Supreme has run last of all. Jaw dropping. Off and running, bit slow on a stride, obla-dee, obla-da. Wireframes missed it by 4 and 5 lengths, and coming out in the early part to lead them is going to be Speed of Sound. Speed of Sound leads them to the course proper. In second spot, Repertory. Back to third is El Drawante, and kicking up underneath of El Drawante was Obla-dee, obla-da. Wireframe is back at the tail of the field, and he's already 15 lengths off them. They're by the 1000 metre marker. Speed of Sound travelling well, 1.5 lengths in advance. Repertory is creeping closer, about 4 lengths back then to Obla-dee, obla-da, followed by El Drawante. And Wireframe at the tail of the field as they start the circle by the 750. Favourite went up and took the lead away, Repertory. He's 1.5 lengths in advance, Speed of Sound. Getting closer, Obla-dee, obla-da is starting to get into the race. A long gap, El Drawante, and Wireframe at the tail of the field. They've got 650 ahead of them. In front, Repertory. Repertory darts around the corner clear, and it's Repertory with a good lead. In second spot, Speed of Sound. Obla-dee, obla-da runs on just fairly, and El Drawante making ground from the back. But have a look at Repertory go. Have a look at Repertory at the 150. He's 7 in advance of El Drawante, and then Speed of Sound. But it's all Repertory living right up to the trial and down to the wire. He's going to win by 10. El Drawante runs second, Speed of Sound third. Then came Obla-dee, obla-da, and Wireframe has ran last. Inside, off and running, and very slow on a stride. Confident Surges missed it by 5 and 6 lengths. Brown Tiger came out running in the early part. Brown Tiger, but taken on quickly by Isabel. Running in third spot then is My Oh My, and fourth the rail is Black Eagle. Then a big space back then to who pushed along was King of War. A long gap back to Confident Surge, who's back at the tail of the field as they run towards the 800 metres. Bay of Bill, favourite, takes up the running. 2 in advance, Brown Tiger. 1.5 lengths back, Black Eagle third, and running in fourth, My Oh My. Then came King of War. There's a big space back to the rest, and they are headed by Confident Surge and Thunderstorm, and they're 15 lengths off this leader who starts the circle, Bay of Bill. Bay of Bill is 2 in advance of Brown Tiger, who's been pushed along. Black Eagle is making steady ground, followed by 4 or 5 back, My Oh My, and then came King of War as they run towards the home turn, and it's Bay of Bill taken on in earnest by the colt Black Eagle, and they round the home turn together. Bayer Bell the inside in the centre of the track. Black Eagle, Brown Tiger can't do any more at the 200 metres. Bayer Bell popped the question. Bayer Bell goes boom. It's Isabel, not Bayer Bell, but it's still a bell, and it's racing away. Isabel down to the wire by 5. In second spot, Black Eagle, and then came Brown Tiger, a distant third, followed by Thunderstorm. Then came My Oh My, and pulling up very quickly. Off and running now. He caught it okay off the inside. Tuscany's Eagle after all that. Coming out very quickly was Club Havana to lead in the early part, but taken on by Hole in One, who surges straight to the front. Hole in One is going to lead Bid for Fame out 3 and 4 deep. The grey Maybell striding forward, then Tuscany's Eagle. A couple of lengths back then to Club Havana, who's well back in the field with Upscale Bill. At the tail of the field is Bangtang Sarong, Bangtay Serrato, I should say, at the 800 metre corner, and it's Hole in One, 2 lengths in advance. Bid for Fame. Third, the inside Tuscany's Eagle with the run of the race, then Maybell. 2 back, Upscale Bill starting to creep a bit closer, followed by, at the tail of the field, Club Havana and Bante Serrado. They're on the circle with 7:50 to go. Up front and travelling well is Hole in One. He's away by 3 lengths. In second spot, we've got Tuscany's Eagle creeping a little bit closer. Bid for Fame under a ride, followed by Maybell. Upscale Bill spots them 7 and 8 lengths as they round the bend for home, and it's Hole in One with a 2-length margin over Tuscany's Eagle, running on just fairly well. Bid for Fame, and then Upscale Bill, but away goes Hole in One. Hole in One's put a gap in them. He's about 7 in advance of running on fairly well for second, Tuscany's Eagle, but Hole in One bolts in, wins by 6 from Tuscany's Eagle. Third, Bid for Fame, and then came Upscale Bill, who ran on well late with Maybell. Club Havana and Bante Serrado has run. Inside, off and running. Now very slow into stride was High Dollar. He's missed it by 6 and 7 lengths. Coming out very quickly, Orient Express is going to lead on, settling down from in second spot Official Seal. Back to third, then Ruby Bell, followed then by wider on the outside Viva de Oro as they run into the back. A couple back then to Graceful Gift, it is a good way back, followed then by well back in the run was Danusa's Son with River South, and after an ordinary getaway, High Dollar is back near the tail of the field with Azentado. They run towards the 800 metres and travelling well up front. It's Orient Express. Orient Express getting a little closer. Official Seal. Ruby Bell is 3 deep the outside, followed by High Dollar. He's made up a lot of ground after that ordinary getaway. He's up to 4th, and then came Viva de Oro and also Graceful Gift, followed then by 2 or 3 back to River South. A long way back behind them then was Azentado as they run towards the home turn. Still Orient Express. Now High Dollar, he was badly away. He's made up a stack of ground and he gets up alongside of Orient Express. Ruby Bell in the centre, back to the inside, running on fairly well. Official Seal at the 200 metres. Orient Express, he's had it all his own way. He's got a kick. Orient Express put 3 lengths on them in a twinkling. Orient Express races away, running on fairly well is going to be High Dollar, but it's all Orient Express beats High Dollar. Then came Ruby Bell, followed then by Official Seal. Then came Viva de Oro. Well back in the run was Danusa's Son, River. Ready to send them on the way. They're off and running. Madam Mayhem was a bit slow into stride, and likewise off the inside Captain Bob with not much speed. Coming out very quickly in the early part though to lead them is going to be Elias Star, up to second Quencho, and back third the inside, and a good spot then was Thaddeus, followed by 2.5 back War Chief, and sneaking through on the inside of War Chief, Madam Mayhem recovers, then came Velvet Haze, a gap back then to War Chief, and at the tail of the field we've got the top weight, and that is Captain Bob, and he spots them 10 and 12 lengths as they run towards that top turn around 750 metres out. Travelling well, Elias Star trying to make every post a winner, up to second. Then we've got Quencho back in third. On the inside was Thaddeus, a couple back Madam Mayhem. Del Campo came next, followed by Velvet Haze. Captain Bob gives them a big start today, with back in the tail of the field War Chief as they run to the corner, still running strongly. Elias Star trying to get on terms with Elias Star now is Quencho. Very wide on the track then is Del Campo as they swing into the straight. Elias Star runs to the 250, chased by Quencho. Over on the inside Thaddeus. Madam Mayhem runs on fairly well, but he's got to kick Elias Star. He darted away and he's going to make it 2 from 2 down to the wire. Elias Star will take the prize. Good go for the Miners. Madam Mayhem will wide out Del Campo in a great photo with Quencho. That's a three-way go for the Miners. Then came off and running, and slow into stride, missing it badly was Bell Tuna. Now coming out very quickly to lead on, settling down is going to be Spreewell. Spreewell with good speed from Lily Bell, and Bell Tuna now recovers and gets up to third. Fourth the inside Frosty Raven, followed by Super Dancer, and then came Qatar, whatever it is, and then back near the tail of the field also with them was Paris with Bronze. Spreewell's got a big lead. Spreewell shot away, and he's about 7 and 8 in advance of Bell Tuna, who's working up on the inside of Lily Bell. 2 back then to Frosty Raven, and then came Qatar, and back with him was Super Dancer, who gives them a big start tonight. Spreewell still running strongly here as he run towards the corner from Lily Bell. Bell Tuna is up to third, not Bell Tuna, Paris with Bronze to third, and then Frosty Raven, and a long gap Bell Tuna as they round the bend for home. And Spreewell, he's had all of the running at the moment, but he's about to be taken on by Lily Bell. Frosty Raven 3 deep the outside, and Paris with Bronze coming through on the inside, still running strongly. Spreewell about to be rounded up by Lily Bell on the outside, but Spreewell kicked again inside the 50, running on late Frosty Raven. Spreewell in front. Frosty Raven is coming late, but Spreewell will hold on and beat Frosty Raven, and then came Lily Bell, followed then by Bell Tuna and Paris with Bronze. Back near the tail, Super Dancer. Off and running now though, and they look to break in a pretty good line. Go G Go came out quickly from Queen Margot, and booting through on the centre Mr. Von in the pink jacket, but striding straight to the front Make Hay, and Make Hay is going to lead them at the first corner from Mr. Von. Go G Go, third the Rail Surplus Boy, followed then by deep of the outside Colour Blasters going forward, and then a gap back Surplus Boy's lost his spot. Now racing together is Cool Mum and Clairvoyant. In that lime cap at the tail of the field is Queen Margot, and there's a pretty good spread on them. There's about 12 lengths top to bottom as they run towards the 800 metre corner, and in front it's Make Hay. Make Hay working up to second has been Colour Blast. Very wide on the track but making ground Clairvoyant. He makes a line of 3 up front. Then under pressure Mr. Von, Go G Go. Then came Cool Mum who gives them a start. Surplus Boy, and Queen Margot's at the tail of the field. This is a hotly contested race as they run towards the home turn. We've got a line of 3. Make Hay the inside, Colour Blast the centre, and working overtime Clairvoyant 3 and 4 deep as they round the bend for home. Cool Mum saves ground the rail in the straight. He gave a kick, Make Hay in front on the outside, Colour Blast right through on the inside. Cool Mum raced up and took the lead with 150 to go. Cool Mum from Colour Blast and running on just fairly Clairvoyant. Been a lovely rails hugging ride, and Cool Mum wins. He beats Colour Blast. Third is going to be Goji Go, and then came Clairvoyant, followed by Surplus Boy, Mr. Von, Queen Margot. Of the gates, off and running in the last, and left in a perfect line after all that, coming out very quickly, Push My Luck. Monument away well off the inside and scooting through between runners is Word Isn't Enough. Word Isn't Enough is going to lead Monument. Third on the outside, Push My Luck, about 4 back, then to Gavel. Outside of Gavel in the identical colours behind he. Then came up Margot, followed by Street Queen. At the tail of the field is G City, and about 15 lengths off them. This lead is going pretty keenly. Word Isn't Enough as they go by the 800 metres. He's 2 in advance. In second spot, Monument travels well. Third the outside then is Push My Luck, a break back then to Bahandi, creeping a little bit closer. Gavel's on the back of him, and then came Margot, followed by Street Queen and G City. The other greys at the tail of the field. I can't find My Sweet Lord in the run as they run to the side, 750 out, and up front still doing it well is Word Isn't Enough. Monument in second spot. Under the pump now, Push My Luck, and making ground around the outside is Bahandi. Then came Gavel, who's under pressure. Then Street Queen, followed then by Margot, who's running on just fairly in the straight. And Anyone's Race at the 200 coming through on the inside. Gavel took the lead away. Coming in the centre between runners then is Monument, and out wide Bahandi. Monument on the inside. Gavel might have a narrow lead from Monument. Gavel and Monument going down to the wire. This is very close. Gavel beat Monument. Third Bahandi in the identical colours to Gavel.